I think maybe we're back. But anyway, good afternoon from, I guess you could say, a cloudy afternoon here in Dumaguete, Philippines. Friday, January 16th. And the reason I know that day is because today is Che's birthday. So, and there you go, Brian. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Brian says afternoon, Michael. Miss Dimples is here as well. Says good afternoon, Michael. And Brian says happy birthday to lovely Che. Yeah, today is Che's birthday. And she's with two of her friends hanging out at the pool, swimming. It's cloudy, but yeah, they're hanging out at the pool today until I get back later, and then we have reservations for dinner at our favorite restaurant at 5:30 at Astoria. So yeah, here we are, I'm already laced up. I'm ready to go for my walk. Just let me know if the signal's good. It was kind of weird when I first started this. It kind of went to reconnect. So Brian says nice, Michael, so that must mean everything's good right now. Because it was weird when I first started, it started spinning on me and said reconnecting, and I've never ever had that happen here. Lovelies is here as well. Welcome, Lovelies. Thank you guys for being here. Time for my walk. Again, if you don't know me, my name is Michael, born and raised in the United States, Pennsylvania, the majority of my life, with the exception of 2 years I lived in Florida. So yeah, I'm living abroad here in Dumaguete, Philippines, do my daily walks. I get this rolling and just talk and show you guys the sights and sounds of the amazing people in Dumaguete, Philippines, throughout the city. I love it here, but Maxwell, thank you, says signal is good. That's what I need to know. Well, now Miss Dimples is saying it's spinning. So I don't know, maybe that was a previous text. Just let me know how things are going as I'm walking. Maybe the clouds are causing a glitch. I don't know. But so far, I think it looks like it's all right. But thank you for being here, Maxwell. I appreciate it. And again, a little cloudy. Hopefully it doesn't rain, but I typically walk regardless if it's rain or shine. But it's kind of dark. But they weren't really saying rain. They just said cloudy. So we'll see what happens. Mayong buntag. Well, actually, right now for me, it's, what is it? Mayong mutto. Mayong mutto. Nina baby. Dumaguete, Philippines. Dumaguete, Philippines, Nina. David Golden Eagle is here. Just cloudy. Been nice day in Mindanao. Yeah, like I said, they just said clouds. Does look like rain clouds, but I guess we'll find out. But yeah, I think it's Mayong Mutto, at least until 1 o'clock. I've learned Mayong Buntag, and then noon it's Mayong Mutto, and then 1 o'clock it's Mayong Hapon, and then when it gets dark, Mayong Gabi. We got Rick. Hey, Rick. All right. Nice to see you, Rick Wallace. We got 1 star here. Again, thank you guys each and every day. Whoever shows up, again, this needs to be said for my walks. You guys don't know how much it means to me. I greatly appreciate it. It's so nice not to walk alone, although I can do it just because of the happy people here in Dumaguete, Philippines, that just make my walks extra special. But then now I include you guys from everywhere. I just want to, let you guys know I greatly appreciate that, and thank you. And if at times I do miss your comment or question, I apologize. I don't deliberately try to avoid it. Sometimes it just gets a little crazy on the comment screen, and I just can't keep up, especially as I'm trying to walk as well. Maxwell says he just subscribed. Well, thanks, Maxwell. I appreciate it, and I hope your subscription is well worth it. Again, I just simply go out walking. I'm an exercise guy, and now I guess it's over 2 weeks, going on maybe 3 weeks, I've been doing these walking streams, and it seems to be interesting for everybody. Not everybody, but for a lot of people. So again, thank you for being here. Graham, hello, Graham. Says awesome to be back with you in the community. Yeah, I love it. Waldes, I can't, apparently he's from Brazil. I can't read that, I apologize. But welcome Waldeo01 from Brazil. I see a Brazilian flag, so I appreciate you being here. 1 star, Robert says hi. AMC says life is better away from Western stress. I would have to agree with that right now. Yeah, but happy Friday in Dumaguete, Philippines. Nina Baby says, how long have you been there? Since July of 2024, but I did go home once in March of 2025 for like almost about 2 months back in the States, and then I quickly returned in June. I quickly returned because I missed it too much. I missed my Philippine friends and family here, so I returned. Nina Baby says, I'm looking to leave the States. I don't blame you, you know. I'm an advocate of people just getting out and living life. Don't just be content and settle with your current situation, especially if you have the opportunity to travel and go see other parts of the world. I had never been this far from home prior to coming here. This is literally for me halfway around the world, being in the Philippines, and I've enjoyed it, loved it, have so much fun, embrace the culture, wake up happy every day, just simply going out for a walk. And each and every day I'm meeting more and new amazing people every day. Chief, so thank you so much, my friend. You're taking care of my coconut water. And Sherry also sent a thumbs up. Thank you, Sherry. I just saw that. Are there many English speakers there, says Blue Man. Blue Man, there's a lot of people that speak English. And a Sherry Strain, thank you again for the thumbs up gift. That's what makes the Philippines such an attractive place, because so many people speak English here. That's what makes it, you know, obviously easier for somebody that speaks English to find your way around, to get around, to meet people. Yeah, that's a definite huge bonus here in the Philippines. Barbara's here. Hello, Barbara. Chief, again, thank you for the coconut water donation. God bless you. I always appreciate everything you do for me. King Lanky sent me the 100 gift. Bring me back a mail order wife. You know what, King Lanky, if the opportunity presents itself and you can come to the Philippines and the only thing holding you back is yourself, I would do it. I honestly don't think you would have much difficulty meeting a good-hearted, beautiful person here in Dumaguete, Philippines. But that's just my opinion, but I appreciate that, King Lanky. Danny Crane says, watching in San Antonio, Texas, and enjoying. Well, Danny Crane, thank you for being here. Mayong Muto. And then what, 1 o'clock, Mayong Hapon. All right. Amping. Okay. Thank you. How many countries have you visited? Nina Baby, basically I've been in the Philippines the majority of my time, with the exception of connecting flights on my way here. Japan, Taiwan, Korea. I've connected flights, but so I can't actually say I've ever truly visited there. But yeah, happy Friday from Dumaguete, Philippines. Friday, January 16th. Today is Che's birthday. My girlfriend, today is her birthday, so there's no doubt I know what today is. Like I always joke around, living in the Philippines, you lose track of, you actually just don't care. You don't know what day of the week it is, and it's very easy to forget. So, Mayong Muto. Amping. Mayong Muto. Las Vegas is Rick. Las Vegas here, Rick. I haven't seen you, Rick. I was wondering how well you were doing. I haven't seen you lately, but unless I just accidentally missed you, which I apologize. Mayong Muto. Hey. Mayong Muto. Nina, baby, no problem. I try my best. Like I said, it can get a little chaotic here in the comments section, which is a good thing. I just feel bad that I can't always catch all the comments or questions. That's what I have. Some wonderful people here that are my friends, that are mods, and they could probably answer a question. They've gotten to know me rather well over time. Yeah, DJ Kirby Puckett, yes, they are very friendly. Poppy says hi from Belgium. Welcome, Poppy, or Popey. Appreciate you being here. But yeah, DJ, that's like I said, I'm sorry I beat this drum, but for me in the Philippines, the best part about here, especially in Dumaguete, is the people. That's why I enjoy it and love it so much. I love the people here. So nice, so warm, welcoming, friendly. Despite any odds that they're against them, you know, in life, they're always so happy, and it makes me appreciate, you know, where I come from, so spoiled basically all my life, with a lot of things that really don't matter. And then you come here and you just, you know, you're embraced by the community and the culture here. And then I embrace them. Mayung Muto. Mayung Muto. You can say hello. Thank you. Mayung Muto. Appreciate it. Thank you. Mayung Muto. I have to remember because it's only Mayung Muto for like an hour, according to everybody, from noon until 1 o'clock. And then it changes over. So Mayung Muto. Yeah, you can say hello.
Hi, hello.
Hello. Thank you very much. Thank you. Mayung Muto. Amping. Take care. Here in Quran, Palawan Paradise, very nice the weather. Yeah, you have beautiful weather there, Miss Dimples. Well, beautiful island. I don't know if it's cloudy like it is here today, but you know what? Rain or shine, clouds, it doesn't matter to me. Mayung Muto. Thank you. Thank you. Just the people, I'm telling you, this is where I get my energy from. Mayung Muto.
Yeah, my Muto.
This is where you get the energy from. You just say hello. Lovely sent. Hey, thank you so much, lovelies. That was very nice of you. Sounds like you're saying my own motto. Yeah. Hey, Mayung Muto. Hello. Thank you. Whoop. Mayung Muto. But that's what I, love about the Philippines. It's the people. It's the best part. Hey, Niels, welcome, Niels. Again, like I said, I try to catch you guys randomly when I can. Sometimes it gets a little tricky with me keeping up with the comments, but I appreciate everybody that's here. Trust me, it means the world to me. And again, I'm in the public market. This is where a lot of work takes place. This is, the food, which is very important for everybody. They all work very hard here. Mayung Muto. They work very hard. It's Bisaya. Brian, it's Bisaya. How's the adobo? Says Wacha Goots. I love adobo. Chicken adobo, pork adobo. Adobo, whatever. I eat it. I like it. I enjoy it. Mayung Muto. Mayung Muto. Thank you. When I was young, my father took me into the city to see marching band. He said, son, when you grow up, would you be the savior of the broken, beaten, and the damned? That's interesting, Jet. I've never heard that before. What are you saying when you say amping? That means take care. Amping means take care. In other words, so, when I'm saying goodbye after they say hello, I'm just saying take care. Yeah, that's something else I learned. I thought good morning was Mayung Buntag. Yeah, it is. And then once noon hits, once it's 12 p.m., it's Mayung Muto. And then after 1 o'clock, as far as I understand, after 1, it goes to Mayung Hapon. And then when it gets dark, 6 o'clock, or when it's dark, it turns into Mayung Gabi. Mayung Muto. especially the pork rib adobo. Yeah, you give me anything adobo, I'm gonna eat it. Yeah, Mayong Hapon, I guess, starts in maybe 15 minutes. I never had squid adobo. I don't think I've had squid at all since I've been here. But anybody that's in here hanging out, if you could so kindly just give me a like. If you give me a thumbs up, that's means more to me than anything. Definitely helps my channel grow. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys and gals being here with me during my live stream. Thank you a lot. Live in the Palm Beaches, give me the thumbs up, thank you. VM Windustry says, is this the only other country that you've been to? Basically lived here and truly visited, yeah. And there's over 7,000 islands in the Philippines, so I don't think I'll live long enough to visit all of them, but that would be great if I could, but I don't think I'll live long enough to visit each and every one of them. Hi, hello, thank you. And then we got RD Text exclusive with a very generous super chat. I greatly appreciate that. Again, I get humbled each and every day, not only from your super chats, but I'm humbled just with here. It's such an amazing feeling, beautiful feeling, just being surrounded by the culture here in the Philippines. It's truly, absolutely a blessing, and I'm thankful and blessed and fortunate, whatever word you want to use to describe my experiences here in the Philippines, that would anything positive, and I'm happy every day. So I appreciate your generosity there, RD Text exclusive. And if you send me a text, like a comment, and just say hello, at least I can do is I can give you a blue jacket and show my appreciation for that, and just make you blue, and then you have moderator capabilities, so I'd appreciate it. I see you, insert half century, hello, half century. Maximo says, good afternoon, boss. And we got Gino here. Hey, Gino, sorry if I missed you. Welcome to my daily walk. I walk to live, I live to walk. And it's pure happiness here in Dumaguete, Philippines. There's red text exclusive. All right, now you said howdy. I see that. Well, now I got you blue. And appreciate it, red text exclusive. And then someone else, EDN 7044, sent me the gift too that I noticed. I'll have to keep an eye out for you as well. Yes, watch Gagats. The people are very friendly and hospitable. They're super nice. That's why I continue to emphasize that each and every day on my walks. The Philippines has so many beautiful things to see. But the most beautiful thing, in my opinion, here is the people. That's what makes this place so special. And I recommend looking to experience something new in the Philippines or anywhere in the world. If you want to get a little taste of what a different type of happiness is, try coming to the Philippines. Obviously, I'm in Dumaguete. There's so many other places you could go. But DJ Puckett says, ever see any motorbike racing there yet? Maybe I never look for it, but maybe there are some people screwing around, like, you know, like playing around, having fun. I never noticed that too much. You don't really see them racing. I think they're more about the mufflers. Mayong Muto, thank you. Mayong Muto. Gotta say hi to my security guard friends. At least I know I'm protected here. At least I feel that. A lot of nice people. Todd Wright says, hello there. I was there in the Army. That's awesome. That's awesome to hear, Todd Wright. Shepard's here. Hello, Shepard of GA, Georgia. Hey, Thomas, our own Dumaguete Jesus, walking through the gray streets. Enjoy the weather. Enjoy getting this kind of cool in January. Yeah, I guess you could say it is kind of a little different here because it's cloudy today. I guess you would think rain season would be over by now, but it's not raining, so I'll take it. I'm not complaining. Even if it was raining, nothing rains on my parade, my happiness here in the Philippines. Lowly Servant Talon says hello from Roswell, New Mexico, USA over here. That's awesome. Welcome, Lowly Servant Talon. Joe says greetings from Ohio. How's the weather there, Joe Cole Sports? I saw a weather report for South Bend, Indiana, looking like they were getting dumped on with some serious, I'd assume, lake effect snow. Hope you're staying warm there in Ohio. I'm from Pennsylvania, so I know what it's like to be cold. Thomas says, it's Che's birthday. Damn, I'm going to get some goodies for her. Yeah, Thomas, today is Che's birthday. We'll be going out to dinner later and celebrating. She's with a couple of her girlfriends, hanging out at the pool, just relaxing, enjoying herself. So, yeah. Kimberly Salai says, hello from Ontario, Canada. Welcome from Canada. And I guess I can say to you, stay warm. I'm sure it's cold in Canada. 68 degrees in Roswell, New Mexico today. See, that's not bad. I could handle that. I'm definitely a warm weather person and prefer the warm weather over the cold. I always tell people I'd rather sweat my butt off than freeze my butt off. Although I'm experienced in all climates, growing up in Pennsylvania, dealt with the cold, dealt with the heat, and I definitely, my own motto, definitely prefer the heat. Hey, no problem, Kimberly. Todd Wright says it's 24 here in South Carolina. That is cold if you're saying South Carolina. Yeah, sometimes those cold fronts tend to dip low. I mean, I even remember when I was living in Florida, and I was in southern Florida, and you could still get a cold front pushed down that far. And yeah, I didn't like that. I mean, that was the whole idea of living in Florida, was to stay warm. Lori says, again, in case you didn't see my earlier post, I'm sorry I initially judged you. You're providing a good service. I remember you, Lori. It's all good, Lori. Like I said, sometimes people have bad days. Sometimes, you know, we all experience things in life, and hey, I've been there. We've all been there, you know, but all I want to spread now is positivity, and that's the way I feel. It's genuine, and I love it here. And I just want to see people, I want people to see that there are, you know, there is happiness in this world. And I want to spread that, because that's all I'm about. Positivity and happiness and good vibes, whatever you want to call it. That's me. That's what I'm. So Lori, no problem. I appreciate you coming back. Honestly, I was kind of looking for you, hoping you would come back. You know, we all make mistakes, myself included. None of us are perfect. And that's what makes life so special. We can make mistakes in the past, learn from them, and then move on and be the best person, be the best version of yourself. And that's what I do. Being here in the Philippines has been an absolute blessing for me, and I don't take it for granted, and I'm thankful, and it changed my life. This is what I do now. My live stream walk is just spreading positivity, trying to make people happy, and realize that, you know what? Philippines is an option if that's what you want. Royal Rouse says $100 if you can find a place that makes cheeseburgers. Well, I know quite a few that make cheeseburgers, and I'm not talking about fast food like McDonald's and stuff, because there is a McDonald's here, but I think that would be me cheating if I show you Royal Ralph. But where's the one pizza place? I forget where it is. I thought there was a pizza place that's popular along here, but if I see a burger place, which there are plenty, but you don't need to give me anything anyway. I appreciate the challenge, but my favorite place to get a burger is actually where I'm taking my girlfriend tonight for dinner. No, not Manila, Dumaguete, Philippines. What's the wireless thing you sent to eat? I don't know. Joe Cole Sports says your favorite meal out there. I love Philippine food. Do I think it's my favorite? I like a lot of foods. My favorite is Mexican. I don't know much Mexican food that I can get here in the Philippines, but I've never really probably explored enough to find it. Mexican food's my favorite, but I love Philippine food. Here, where I'm taking my girlfriend to eat dinner tonight, Astoria. They have excellent, really good food. Different cuisines, variety, Italian, Philippine, American burger, pizza, you know, they have a variety, and it's a really nice restaurant. Let me see, I'm trying to go back here. Royal, there's a McDonald's, yeah. I like how most everyone in your chats are nice and positive. I've never seen, sometimes you'll see some BS, but at the same time, you know, that's why I'm moderators. You try to limit that, and guess what? Even if there's somebody that comes here that's not happy with their life and maybe, you know, things aren't going so good, I just try to kill people with kindness, and maybe that'll click with them, and maybe that'll change, you know? I'm trying to build positivity, good attitude, good vibes, and sometimes that's all we all need. We just need a little positivity and in our life, and you never know what can happen. You can change people for the better. You're from Madushore. I'm from the United States. Peter says, where you at, brother? Dumaguete, Philippines. Lori says, thank you. Same as before, says, you feel pretty safe there? Yeah, I feel very safe. That's a very common question and a good question. I think a lot of people have misconceptions of a lot of places in the world, especially if they've never been there. Maybe they've just had bad experiences and then they just label everybody or label the whole place unsafe. I don't feel like that at all here. I always feel safe. I feel respected. I feel protected. I feel welcomed. Yeah, I could go on and on about how good I feel here in the Philippines, but I haven't had any bad experiences here at all. I bet there are a bunch of mechanic shops there for the bikes. Yeah, that's probably a very good business to have, is fixing the motorbikes, because again, I don't even need to show you, they're everywhere. Joel's asking me about the mosquitoes. In my experiences here in Dumaguete, which I'll go by the water again just so you can see. I haven't had many bad experiences with mosquitoes other than when I first got here. I always joke, and maybe it was true, but I just feel like I had some different kind of blood maybe in the Philippines, and they were biting me at my ankles. Like I had like ankle socks on, but it seemed like that was the only place I was getting bit. And that was like my first month here, and then that kind of went away. I don't really notice mosquitoes that much. I don't wear any type of mosquito repellent or anything like that. I don't wear cologne. I wear deodorant, natural deodorant. How are you, sir? Thank you. Like I said, my security all over the place. I always feel like I'm being looked out for here. That's why I love it here so much. You just respect people here, treat them decent as you would anybody. But here, when you're so nice and respectful to them, and you say hello, hi, and you say hello, they all are so nice. They shower you with love here. No, I never experienced that back home in the States. Sorry. I love the United States, but it's just a different culture, different people here. And Ralph King or whoever I think you were asking, there's a burger place, but that's not fair. That's McDonald's. I don't usually go to McDonald's, but there's your burger place. You don't use a bike, you'd be able to get around a lot more. You know what though? I love walking. And honestly, I get to see more and experience more and meet more people walking. If I was on a bike, I wouldn't get to say hi to as many people. I wouldn't even probably notice a lot of things because I'd be going too fast. Me walking allows me to immerse myself with the community, and that's what I enjoy it. I'm a walker anyway. That's what I prefer to do. Mayong mutto, one more minute. After Mayong mutto, and then Mayong hapon after that. Thank you. But yeah, that's the best thing about being here is the people. Do you know anyone who died recently in the landslide? I heard about that, but I don't personally know anybody that died. I feel sorry when you hear that situation. I mean, you know, there's earthquakes here. Haven't had any lately, which has been great. That's been a kind of a new experience, at least a couple months ago when they were kind of seemed like every week. But you know what? No matter where you live in the world, there's always all types of natural disasters. No location's perfect. you kind of just got to live life each day as if it's your last and think positive, and you really can't worry about things that you can't control. Yeah, seldom talked about. Respect, say it in Trump's ear with a loudspeaker. Oh boy. Yeah, I try not to talk about politics and stuff like that on my live stream. I'm here about positivity, being thankful, being blessed, that kind of stuff. But I get it. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. David says, I'm a walker. Yeah, I just, like I said, 10 miles a day. That's a part of my DNA. That's who I am. I think that's why my health is the way it is, because I'm always, mayung haipom. That's why I walk, because how good I feel, the exercise, and I want to be able to live the healthiest life I can and be able to enjoy and do things. I always use this little saying. It's kind of like playing sports. When you play sports, you want to be the guy in the game, or do you want to be the guy on the sidelines? For me, I want to be able to travel, and if it means swinging on a rope at a waterfall, I want to be able to do it. I don't want to be sitting there watching everybody else having a good time. So that's why at 55 years old, my health is so vital right now. It's important to me. It's been important to me for a while. I don't drink. I don't smoke. As I've told people many times, I'm picky about my diet. I stay away from processed sugar as much as I can. And yeah, I exercise all the time and walk. Walking is my go-to thing. RJ Weens, I've never seen a person walk more than 200 meters in Cebu. Yeah. I guess miles-wise, I do like 10 a day, and then what is it in kilometers? Like 10 miles is equivalent to like 16 point something kilometers, something like that. I can't exactly remember, but that's another thing. Like you gotta learn to convert, speak in Celsius versus degrees, speak in kilometers versus miles, speak in kilograms versus pounds. Steve says, how's pollution? I don't think pollution's that bad at all. I'm sure if someone has some sort of pre-existing respiratory situation going on, and it could maybe affect them. But for me, I don't know. I don't really have issues with it. There can be dust issues. Sometimes if there's a heavy rainfall, certain areas within Dumaguete, they kind of get these, I don't want to say dangerous mudslides, but all the dirt and mud will wash out into the streets because maybe the drainage isn't very good. And then when it dries up, you got this caked mud. And then as it dries and people are running through it, it's dusty. And you inhale that, that's kind of nasty. That's happened to me walking through that area, but that was more towards Banilad. I haven't been down that way in a while. Here where I'm out in the city, you don't get much mud or dirt in the streets. David says, so awesome being here. Michael said I should have moved to LA. My brother lived in LA. He was within the movie industry. He left LA. He's not there anymore. Yeah, I've been visiting California, but that was years ago. I'm not so sure it's the same as what it used to be. I'm trying to see. Miles is here, says, hello there. How are you, my little brother? Welcome, Miles. I'm doing great. On my daily walk, Miles. I keep thinking about you. Like, I forget the day you said you were going back to the States. Che's birthday's today, so we'll be celebrating Che's birthday, going to one of our favorite restaurants here in Dumaguete, Astoria. But thank you so much, Miles. We miss you. We feel bad that we never got our group picture with you. That's the one thing I wish we would have done. I thought that as soon as you guys left after we met, I was like, oh no, we forgot to get a group picture. But I know some other time, next time we'll get one. But I hope all is well, Miles. I appreciate you being here. Say hello to Brad for me. And yeah, you guys are great. Old West is here, said, hi, glad to check in again, watching your walk today with my son here in California. Thank you so much, Old West. Paul Hancock says, Paul's here too. Hello, Paul. Like I said, I'm trying. Jeff Virgil, Mike, not worth the time to visit California. Yeah, I visited there years ago. That's, like I said, I can remember when I visited California, LA, where my brother lived. I mean, yeah, it was fun. I was a lot younger at the time, but man, this is so much. Coming to another country, embracing the culture, learning things, learning a new language little by little. That's my New Year's resolution. Nothing beats being here in my life. Out of all the places I've ever visited, and I'm not like some big traveler, been all over the world, but this is like the best experience I've ever had being here in Dumaguete, Philippines. It's absolutely nothing comes close. In 2015, while in Thailand, I got to celebrate the King's birthday. It was televised, and every businesses and people on the street stopped what they were doing. That sounds interesting, Josh. I'm trying to catch up to some of these. Silent gamer, are there any bad areas of the city and gangs at night? People ask me that about gangs and stuff. If there are, I don't know of anybody. And I apologize about the breeze and the wind. Uh-oh. How Miss Dimples is saying it's lagging. I wonder if it has something to do with here. I don't know. I don't know why Miles said it was lag, or Miss Dimples. I wonder if it's on her end or my end. Let me know if this video's lagging at all, or there's any. Just let me know. First time to Cali, I saw gas prices flux. Then I got back to Bam, and the flux for the first was crazy. T-Mac asked if they smoke weed. I know marijuana is illegal here. That's all I can tell you. All right, Niels, thank you. I think it might be on Dimple's end, because she said that earlier. So I'm wondering if that's on her end. Thank you, Glenn Levy, as well. So yeah, weed is illegal. Miles says, happy birthday. Tell Che happy birthday. I certainly will. Harold John Garez Calabi, something like that with an emoji. David Golden Eagle says, full-time Philippines is awesome. One of my dreams that came true. That's me too. I'm living a dream. Jeff Virgil, might not worth it. I think I got. And then as far as Silent Gamer, yeah, I don't know of any gangs. I guess there are, but I don't particularly know of any. Shepard says it was stalling a few minutes ago. All right. I'll keep it, but it's interesting. So when I was near the water is where it was stalling. So that means I'm going back through the city again, which is okay with me. The center said you're having a few spikes here and there. No bad lag, don't worry. I appreciate you guys updating me. That's another reason why I tend to leave the chat at the very bottom, and whatever I catch is like the most recent, because that's where you guys can update me with these lagging, because sometimes it looks perfectly fine with me, and you guys are some. Hey, Mayong Hapon, thank you. And see that I just love that. People in trucks honking horns. I mean, yeah, you don't get that. You don't get that anywhere else. That's just so amazing and humbling to get that from people. How much do you walk a day? Don't you get tired? Honestly, no, I don't get tired. And I know it sounds crazy, but I've been doing this for years. Like, I've trained myself to walk a lot. I'm sure as people can walk more than me. The more I walk, the more energy I get. If you sit, you're gonna feel tired, feel like you did something. The less you do, for me, the more tired you feel. The more I walk, the more energized I feel. Plus, I just get excited too. It's like an adrenaline rush because I'm in this different country, different culture, seeing happy people embracing me. It's amazing. So yeah, I just don't get tired. That's why everybody asks me, why doesn't Che come with you walking more often? She couldn't keep up. I mean, she could go so far, but then she'd be pooped. And yeah, and I'm actually walking slower than what I normally do. I just slow down just because I don't want the gimbal bouncing around so much. But no, I love the walks. Miles said, Brad and I back to state next week, 22nd. I'm really glad to meet you in person. Yes, Miles. I am so honored and humbled that I got to meet you and your husband and some of your family. It was just great, and that's what I love about this whole YouTube experience. It's opened doors not only for the YouTube perspective, but all the amazing people that I'm meeting through YouTube. That includes all you guys too. I mean, this is so humbling and special, and it means a lot to me. So Yes, Miles. Indiana's getting a lot of snow, I see as well. South Bend, Indiana's getting dumped on. Over a foot of snow. Maybe it's still snowing. I'm not sure. Like right now, it's kind of drizzling rain here, just a little bit. See you again next year sometimes in October. Yeah, Miles, hopefully someday you and Brad can just be here on a more permanent basis. Make this your home away from home. I hope you guys can live here on more of a full-time basis and we get to see you more often. Josh Morris said you should look into pocket Wi-Fi. Actually, I don't know much about that, but I guess like anybody says, I can Google search pocket Wi-Fi and see what I come up with. So that way I'm not so basically restricted more to the city, because once I tried doing this outside the city, I had a lot of signal lagging issues. And I was like, I think I'm just gonna stay in the city for now. Steve said, could you name recreations? I mean, as far as what they play a lot of pickleball. I mean, I can show you, there's a park over here. There's not many people in there now. They usually don't go to the park until later in the evening because the sun's down, but now it's cloudy. But it's a Friday here afternoon. I'm sure the majority of people are either working or they're in school, college. But this is a park here that a lot of people go to. Stone Cold is here. Population in Dumageddon is 142K. My apologies for getting that wrong before. Must have been some old statistics. I appreciate you even getting those stats for me, Stone Cold, and I appreciate you being here. But they play pickleball. They play their basketball a lot. But yeah, this is where they set up the pickleball courts. This is called Quazin Park. And as you can see through the trees over there, you got another Jollibee. But yeah, basketball is very big here. Pickleball is very big here. They'll bring their nets, they buy them online, or they try to make their own right here. But yeah, what is the healthcare like? Do they have pay up front to be treated? Yeah, you just pay out of your pocket, and it's significantly cheap. Now, I don't have a lot of experience in hospitals here. Like, I'm sure there's other people that might be, have been there more often, unfortunately. But the only example I can really give you is my glasses. When I had to get glasses, my lenses put in my reading glasses, which are now Progressive. It was ridiculously cheaper here compared to the States, and I even had the eye vision care in the States, and I still pay less out of pocket here. It's absolutely kind of crazy when you think about it. Like, typically for my lenses, transitional, the ones I have on right now, transitional, they're Progressive, transition tinting, scratch resistant, all that stuff, the same stuff I got in the States. After my vision care deduction, I still had to pay almost $300 out of my pocket for these. Here, total is $63 with no vision care. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, wow. Matthew Reed says, how was your day, Castaway? Matthew, my day is excellent, perfect, fun, drizzling a little bit right now, but it's not raining too hard to really disrupt the live stream, so I'm okay. Just some drip drops, a little bit of drizzle, cloudy day, but that's okay. Still fun, still happy, never a dull moment in the Philippines. John Vasquez is here. Hello, John. Matthew Reed says, I subscribe. Thank you, Matthew. I greatly appreciate it. And when you become a subscriber and you continue to show up, you're no longer a subscriber. You become a friend to everybody in this room, and you'll quickly learn what kind of community we have. And I have wonderful people in here, amazing men and women who respect and protect the integrity of this live stream. So I don't think you made a bad decision subscribing to my channel, but I appreciate it. Catherine says, how would I do as a single black female? You'd be fine, Catherine, you'd be fine. I see many different races here, and we're all human beings, and it doesn't really matter. We all have our own beauty, regardless of the color of our skin, which I don't even think about that. I just think we're all human beings, beautiful people, and I see, actually I've seen black women here. I've seen black men here. I've seen, hey, hello. Mayung hapon. Amping. Thank you. So yeah, I'm sorry I missed you, Catherine. You'd be fine. You'd absolutely be fine. You just be a good person, be nice to people, show them respect, which I'm sure you already do, and you'd be perfectly fine. Um, one thing I've learned here in the Philippines is they're very honored and very happy to see a foreigner be here because it's like a pride thing for them. They feel good. They're like, wow, someone from another country, regardless of where you're from, they're like happy that you come here to visit their country. That's a big deal. And then they shower you with love here, as long as you're nice to them. JJ Coors is here. You know what, JJ? I gotta make you, I know you're a good guy. So you'll see. There you go. How is everyone doing on live here? Matthew, oh yeah, it's Matthew. Our newbie here. I'm a newbie too, I'm still a newbie. But here's the McDonald's. I know the guy said about burgers earlier, but I'm just kidding. This is the McDonald's. Yeah, it's cloudy here today. It's raining actually right now. Just a light drizzle, not too heavy. Potentially could get heavier. I guess I'll find out. Miles saying, please guys, double tap the like button. Thank you, Miles. I appreciate that, Miles, taking care of things. As long as you pay up, says Boiling Frog. I don't know what you mean is paying up for, I don't know. Hey, hello. Hey, Michael and Che, Art Park, what's the plan for the weekend? Well, today's Che's birthday. We'll be going out to dinner at 5. We have reservations at 5:30 at our favorite restaurant. Matthew sent a 67. Thank you, Matthew. That's funny. I appreciate the super gift, the 6-7 gift. That's so nice. I'm always very humbled by people's generosity towards my channel. All I can say is thank you. Thank you very much. Boiling Frog says L7. And there's Dave, says, hi, sir, from the dangerous city of Guatemala City. So you're saying that Guatemala is dangerous, Mr. Dave. Pingy says, Catherine, there's no racism here. Our Miss Philippines University was half black and got Miss University Asia title. That's awesome. Yeah, there's none of that here. She's exactly right. I've never seen it. I always just blend right in with everybody, you know. I'm becoming a Filipino myself. I enjoy it here. When I was drinking coffee, one of the first times with Che and her family, we were doing the Philippine coffee. She gave me a piece of bread to dip the bread into the coffee, and she said, now you're officially a Filipino, Michael, because I dipped the bread into the coffee. It was kind of funny. Daniel says, bye and have a good live. Daniel, I'm sorry if I missed a comment or a question. I'm glad you were here. Sorry to see you go. Whoops. Cheek Guy says, we love Americans in the Philippines. Yeah, he's exactly right. You guys love everybody, though. I don't think it doesn't matter where you're from. I just think the Philippines is very welcoming to all foreigners, men and women. They're always very respectful, welcoming, as long as you treat them the same, which makes sense. I mean, if someone's going to disrespect you, I'm sure. I mean, I try to just kill everybody with kindness. That's kind of me, my nature, because you never know what someone's going through in their life. Hey, mayong hapon. You never know what's going on in someone's life. So it matters, bro, because of the history. I don't know. Are the motorcycles expensive? I don't know how much they cost. Mayong hapon. I don't know how much the motorcycles cost. How are you? Amping. You can. Chief Pounder says, or Miles says hi to Chief. JJ Coors, good PM. What city in the Philippines are you at? Dumaguete, Philippines is where I'm at. What part of the Philippines? Dumaguete. How long have you been there? Asked Matthew. Well, Long story short, I came to the Philippines, Dumaguete, in July of 2024. Was only supposed to stay here for 2 months. I extended because I was able to financially and I had the time off. I extended until March of 2025. I was only supposed to stay for 2 months. And then I had to go back, and once I knew that I could make it work financially and retire at 55 and live here and be happy, it was a very easy decision for me to make. I didn't want to be on the grind, working until what age? Because for me, tomorrow's not promised. You don't know your health. I mean, I know a lot of people work because they want to set up a great retirement, as did I. But listen, a lot of people don't get to enjoy that retirement. I've seen friends of mine work late 60s, early 70s. Oh, you're waving too. Hey, I thought you were going to stop. That's okay. Mayong hapon. Thank you. Hey, Amping, take care, my friend. Hey, come here. Mayong hapon. You got to bring the other friend up. Mayong hapon. Amping, you guys. Thank you. Oh, it's called Castaway Drift. When I come by again, when you see me and I'm not doing the live, I'll let you know what it is. But Castaway Drift, thank you. JJ Course says, true, Michael, make tomorrow's not guaranteed. Yeah, and as I was saying, that's why I accelerated my chance and opportunity to retire, because again, tomorrow's not promised. My health, let's just say 5 years from now, yes, I do all the walking and I eat right and this and that, but that still doesn't guarantee me that I'm going to be healthy. There could be some freaky thing come out of nowhere, and that's why I didn't want to do it. And when I knew I had enough between my pension and my savings to make it work here, I did it. And it's the best decision I ever made. I'm so happy here. Yes, amping is take care, exactly right. And that's why I did it. And again, I'm blessed and fortunate that I had a pension that I could start early, like 55, and it was actually between 55 and 60, the difference in it wasn't all that much. I mean, I'm getting less because I took it as early as I could, but it's not that big of a difference, and it's not going to affect my life here. And then, hopefully I have Social Security to look forward to, but that's 7 years away. That's not even, I didn't take that into account now. That'll just be an added benefit, blessing in 7 years from now. Catherine says, handsome. I appreciate that. You can thank my parents for that. Handsome because my parents, my mother and father are beautiful people inside and out, and without them I wouldn't be who I am today. I sprinkled in a couple things of myself in there, mixed in with my parents' great ability to raise me the right way. But I owe everything to them. I owe everything to my mother and father. And maybe so is Ray. And there's Ray. I'm in the background. All right, Ray. David says I'm 64. Social Security would come in handy in the Philippines, and you can live comfortably. Yeah, it'll definitely give me more flexibility, but I'm not stressed with what I'm getting right now, and that's the key. You certainly don't want to be stressed about anything in life, but I'd say the biggest, most stressful thing that people experience in life is money. And if I were still living in the United States, I'd still be working. I couldn't live on what I'm living on here. I couldn't live on that in the U.S. Mayong hapon. I couldn't live on that. Yep, 1,000 and you're good. You're exactly right. I agree with that. I mean, I know what I can spend and I know what my budget is, but I have a budget because I also want to save money because I want to be able to do things. I mean, no, I'm not rich by any stretch of the imagination. I can't fly to this or that island and just travel constantly. I want to just have money for emergencies. What if I have to fly back to the States? Who knows, medical reasons, you just never know. So I'm not gonna just live this crazy lifestyle here and just spend, and then something, important comes along and then I don't have money to do it. Will says I couldn't live there, and that's okay, Will. Some people can't, and that's okay. I'm perfectly fine, but like I said, it's not for everybody. It just depends. It depends on the person, depends on your health, depends on financial. It also depends on your expectations of what kind of life you want to have. I'm much happier here having less. The materialistic stuff doesn't mean anything to me anymore. Some things, obviously my shoes on my feet because I walk a lot, so I don't get cheap shoes. Obviously I have an iPhone to do the live streams. I need some kind of technology to be able to do that. But as far as having a lot of clothes and anything, I wear stuff until they get holes in it. I don't care, until they fall off, because it's not important. What's important to me is happiness, and you can't buy happiness. You can buy temporary happiness with materialistic things. I've been there and done that. Bored as all could be in the U.S., work, and then I go and buy stuff, and I'm all excited for a few days, and then that temporary happiness of that new thing I bought wears off. Here, it never wears off. Never does, and that's the kind of happiness I want. Someone said, I'm going back to questions. Cheap Guy says he's living the life, guys. If you can bear the heat, Philippines is the place for you. Yeah, that's very well put. Yeah, I always tell people it really comes down to the heat. But then you can live in places like where Ray lives. He lives in Tagaytay. It's cooler there. He's in more of a mountainous area. You can get away from the heat. But I like being near the water. I need to be near the ocean. But that's just me. Everybody's different, and we all have our own happiness, whether it be here in the Philippines or somewhere else in the world. But being by the ocean and stuff is very important to me. And yes, people are saying, are you walking in the streets? Yeah, for the most part. Everybody's always in the streets, though. You're in the streets, you're on the sidewalk. It doesn't matter where you're at. They just kind of make it work here. You go wherever and it kind of works. Mayong hapon. Matthew says, how hot is it? Right now, I don't even know if it's like 83 degrees. It feels very cool today. No sunshine, there's a little drizzle. There's always a breeze here too, being so close to the water. You can see with the stuff blowing. I'm guessing, I don't know, maybe low 80s, because it doesn't, hey, hello, it doesn't feel very warm at all. Someone said, do you miss America at all? A little bit. Like, I miss Mayong hapon. I miss my family a little bit, you know what I mean? But I speak Mayong hapon. I speak to them on video chat all the time, so I kind of have that taken care of. I miss certain foods. Sometimes I miss certain conversation. But for the most part, I really don't. I don't. I don't even think about it. I'm too invested in learning about the Philippine culture and meeting new people. I'm so occupied and distracted here. I really don't think of much back home in the States, which to me, that's a good thing. I guess if I missed home so much, maybe then I shouldn't be here. Kenny says, what's the attraction? Are you wanted by law enforcement? Kenny, are you kidding me? No. The attraction is, I like warm weather, for starters. I was thinking long term, like when I looked into the Philippines, of places that I could live, tropical islands and stuff like that, that's warm all year round. That came into the equation. And then once I learned more, and then once I learned the cost of living here, I'm like, my gosh, I can live here on the money that I'm living on and be perfectly happy. That's why I'm here. I'm not wanted by anybody. I'm a good citizen. That's all I can say. Was it hard to learn the language? Well, Joe, I don't know much of the language, to be honest with you. That's my New Year's resolution. I'm learning the basics, and which is a good start. And the more I practice them, the more I'm going to know. It's like anything. Practice makes perfect. I mean, we take for granted speaking the English language. Well, that's all I've ever done all my life. So now I want to learn, being that I know I'm more settled. This is my home base in Dumaguete. I want to learn Bisaya. I want to learn more of the language, little by little, the basics, and then that allows me to say hello and introduce myself to people, which is the best part about my, thank you, the best part about my daily walks. Mayong hapon. Hey, mayong hapon. Happy Friday. Yeah. When you extended your visa, how do you put the reason on that form? Retirement and girlfriend. That's my reasons, and that's the truth. I'm retired and I have a girlfriend here. That's my reasons. That would be SSB asked that question. Yeah, I just put, I'm pretty simple, girlfriend and retirement. And that's all I put. People are very nice there. Yeah, they're extremely nice. That's probably more of an understatement. Like, people are so nice here. That's the best part. The people, the people, the people, the people. What do you do for money, says Beck's Best Clip. I have my pension, mayong hapon. I have my pension and I have my savings. That's my financial income. And I guess, honestly, if I'm being honest, whatever I get from YouTube, which is very minimal, which that's okay. That was never taken into the equation anyway before I decided to come here. YouTube was not even something I was initially thinking about doing. And then more of my friends recommended I should do it. They thought I, could add something to the YouTube world from Philippines, through my eyes. So that's why I decided to do it. Donnie says, hi, Michael, really enjoying your stream. Dolsh Bago says, same bunch that post questions on Reddit 1,000 times a day. And his girlfriend will cook for him. Yeah, she cooks. She does cook. Rick, no, I don't ride a bike. I just walk everywhere. Do you go out of the country? Glenn, I'm hoping to go out of the country at some point. But there's so many things this is Dumaguete City. There's so many things I want to see here in the Philippines before I truly venture off. I don't know what place will be first. Japan's number one on my list for countries to visit here in Asia. I don't know if that'll be the first place I go to, but that's the one I'd like to go to first, would be Japan. But I'm so, focused on the Philippines right now. I'm not thinking about that. Thailand would be nice. But again, whenever that comes, I want to go to Palawan Island here in the Philippines first. That's more important. JJ, yeah, it looks wild, it looks chaotic, but you know what? It just works. As crazy as it may look, it works. And they've been doing it for so long. I've gotten comfortable, like, even walking around here. Like, I know I'm safe. Like, people ride in the street, they ride on the sidewalk, whatever. It works, though. There's no street lights here in Dumaguete. Honestly, I'm surprised I don't see more accidents, but maybe that's just a sign that they know what they're doing. They know how to get around. Manila, hey, mayong hapon. Amping. Mayong hapon. I'm gonna turn this way. Do you need a license to ride a bike? Yeah, you're supposed to have one, but that doesn't mean everybody has one. I've heard that they just can't. I think it's because they can't afford it, if I were to guess. Yeah, I think everybody's supposed to have a license, but they don't all have one. Just like you're supposed to wear a helmet. You don't see everybody wearing a helmet. To each his own, But yeah, I guess if they would enforce the helmet rule, you probably wouldn't. Well, maybe people would just put them on, but it's like anything. I think people are just more comfortable not wearing a helmet. And in my opinion, it should be the individual's choice. Quite honestly, if they want to wear it, let them wear it. If they don't want to wear it and something happens, then well, that's on them. They made the choice. They got to live with it. Yeah, they still have their Christmas decorations up here. Actually, it kind of looks nice. I don't even think of it when I see them as Christmas decorations, but yeah, it is kind of nice. Regular driver's license covers you for motorcycle too. Yeah, I think you're right. And someone told me too, when you first get here as a foreigner, I guess your license from wherever the country you're from can serve as a temporary license for so long until you would actually get a, a Philippine license. I'm not 100% sure on that, but that's what someone kind of mentioned to me. Rita says, I wish I was in Cebu in July and everyone is very welcoming and nice. See, I agree, Rita. That's the way it is here. People are welcoming, very kind, and very nice here in the Philippines. Like, I've never felt more happy in my life just to simply get up and go for a walk, and now I'm sharing it with you, with all you guys. Yeah, I love it. She says, I'm in Cebu now, too near. SSB says, when you extended your visa, does BI want to know when you're leaving? Do you need an onward ticket? No, you don't need an onward ticket. Now, once you're here, you're here. I mean, hey, mayung hapon, amping. But when you get here, like some people recommend you show a ticket that you're leaving the country when you first get here. I did get one. It was like they call it a throwaway ticket just in case. They never even asked me for one anyway when I got here, but probably because that was my second time returning here. So maybe because my passport had already shown I was here previously, maybe that's why. But no, I don't show anything as far as like a time that I'm leaving. I can be here in the Philippines for up to 3 years consecutively until I would have to leave the country and then come back, and then that 3-year cycle starts all over again. Yeah, Jackson, that's an interesting thing. I felt like when I was in here in Dumaguete, when I first got here, I noticed more street dogs. I don't see as many as I thought I did before. Maybe they're doing something to correct that, because you feel bad. I mean, I'm a animal. I'm a pet lover, and like sometimes when you see the dogs or the cats, they're struggling. They're not eating right. They're suffering from like malnutrition because their hair's falling out or whatever. They just don't look good. So yeah, I feel bad about dogs here and cats or any pets that are just running around. But I did notice that. When I came back in June of 2025, I was in Bacolod for 4 months. And then when Che and I came back here, I said, you notice I don't see as many street dogs running around here as I did before. What's Ray saying here? You can get a Philippines license with your U.S. license. They do not take your U.S. license. Whatever endorsements are on your U.S. license will transfer if you don't have a motorcycle endorsement. Well, there you go. Again, there's an answer to that. Yeah, amping is take care. Do they have golf here? I've been told they do have golf courses somewhere. I don't know. That's another thing. I never looked into it. I'm too busy doing other things. I mean, I like golf. I think I like it when I got older than I did compared to when I was younger. But I'm so busy doing other things, like I haven't even thought about golfing, but I think I did ask somebody if they have golfing, because I remember I think I saw driving ranges or something like that before, but Catherine says, good night, everyone. Good night, Catherine. And hey, Philip, hello. Happy birthday, Che. Enjoy this evening. Yes, Philip, thank you for being here. We're looking forward to it. Should be another fun day. It's always a fun day here, but it's extra special because it's Che's birthday. Of course, Che, being a Filipina, province girl, she'd be happy with nothing on her birthday. I mean, I basically had to twist her arm just to tell her, hey, we're going out to dinner to our favorite restaurant. And her first response is, oh, it's too expensive. I'm like, are you kidding me? I said, well, that's where we're going. She would have been happy just whatever, eating the cheapest food she could find, and that's what makes her special, as all Filipinas are here. Yeah, see, I love this. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. It's chaotic, but it's cool. Cheat guy, I love your decision. Amping Kadra Unya, God bless. Thank you. I appreciate that, Cheat guy. And let me see where you left a comment before, Cheat, because I need to make you blue because that means a lot to me. Thank you so much. I'm trying to find an old comment of yours, Cheek. I'm going back. Cheek, where are you? Where are, oh, there we go. I found you, Cheek. Add as a moderator. There you go. That's me saying thank you to you, Cheek. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your generosity. Really mean it. I'm humbled. Everything that you guys all do for me, it's an absolute blessing. So God bless you too. Matthew Reed says, I love that you're amazing, my friend. Well, I'm just being me, and I've learned as I gotten older, nothing better than just being happy, killing people with kindness, despite their negativity. I don't care, you know what I mean? Because it's like the old saying, nobody's raining on my parade, although it's raining a little bit right now, but it's all good. Cheat Guy says, you're welcome, you're awesome. You're awesome too. I'm just thankful when people come into my live streams and go for a walk with me. Simple as that. There you go. The oldest golf course in Philippines is Iloilo. I kind of had a funny feeling. Someone had told me there was a golf course. They might have said Iloilo. I don't remember where they said it was, but they said, oh, there's golf courses. Mayong hapon. Amping. Miss Dimples is still here. She says hi to Ray. George and Valos way to 7507 says, how much is rent there? You know what? I'm going to make a recommendation to you, George. I just did a video because people were asking me. They wanted to see where I live and what I spend. You can find cheaper than mine. You can find just as nice as mine for less money. Everybody's taste is different. Where I live isn't the best. Where I live isn't the worst. It works for me. But I have a video that I just posted. I cover all that. I just do a quick tour. My videography wasn't the best for the tour. A little quick. Some people said they got seasick. My apologies. I was kind of in a hurry to do it. But next time I'll slow down. But if you want to check out that video, you'll see the cost and the tour and everything that's included in my apartment. Josh Moore says, have you been to the rooster fights? I've walked past them, Josh, because they usually have them on Sundays here. There's a place looks like a little arena, like a little stadium arena. And yeah, they're all shouting and placing their bets on the chicken fights. But I've never gone in there, but I think it's on Sundays because there's like 1,000 motorbikes parked all through there where they go in. Mayong hapon. Yeah, they're nuts. But you know what I mean? That's just a part of the culture here. You know, I know some people might get offended or take it personal that they're having animals fighting each other. But, I mean, hell, humans are fighting each other too. Mayong hapon. Like, you know, boxing and kickboxing and UFC. And I enjoy watching that, you know, fights, I'll have to admit, boxing and stuff like that. George, that would be true. I know people that, I don't know people that have tried eating dog, but I know that they know people that have. And I never really inquired as to why. I would guess maybe because they were hungry and didn't have food. I don't know. But at least according to some people that I met, said that has happened. Molly in the house says, my cousin lives in the Philippines. Well, welcome, Molly. Dumaguete, Philippines. That's awesome. Matthew says, I'm probably going to bed here soon. I have to get up early for work. Thank you for accepting me. Much love, Castaway. Well, Matthew, I appreciate you, and that's why I just made you blue. So that was a great comment. Appreciate you, Matthew. Been looking for you again. JJ Core says, Michael, you're good with your response on the live stream. You're handling the comments like a champ. I try my best. I wouldn't necessarily call myself a champ at anything, but it does get challenging and difficult trying to answer all these and look at them. It's like the mental side. Walking is easy. It's the mental part of looking at this, then looking at traffic and paying attention and people saying hello. You know, mayong hapon. It gets a little crazy. What do you miss most? Hello from Miami, Florida. I lived in Florida for 2 years. So you're saying, what do I miss most from the States, I guess? conversation sometimes, you know, about all topics. You kind of miss my fluent English friends, but you can get that here. I have a lot of friends that are very fluent with their English here in the Philippines, so you can get that here. But that was like one of the things, aside from the obvious, certain foods, certain quality, I guess, quality of the food or the meat or whatever like that, you know, that's some things that I miss. But other than that, I didn't eat out all the time when I lived in the US. I was a guy that was cooking. I enjoyed cooking, making my food. Ray can relate to me. You know, I enjoyed cooking and making my own food. So honestly, I don't really, people ask me what I miss, but I don't miss that much. Mayong hapon. Mayong hapon. Where are you, Dumaguete? Mayong hapon. Oh, okay. I gotta come back to you.
I'm watching you, sir.
Oh, you're watching. You found it. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You're awesome. He was watching right now. Here, put your look. He's watching the live stream right now. That is so awesome. God bless. That's great. Thank you so much. That is so nice. He was watching the live stream right now. That's awesome. I can't say I've ever seen that before. Do you think you can let me know when you live next? Matthew Reed, all you have to do is in where you subscribe to my channel, you click on notifications, and when you click on have them turned on, and it'll automatically notify you when I go live. That looks like an adventure, though. I wouldn't mind. It is an adventure, but again, like I always tell people, this might not be for everybody. I'm not generally a city guy. I don't actually consider Dumaguete a city. It's like a town to me, but I do like being around people. That's one thing I'm learning here. Maybe it was just in cities of the United States that I didn't like because I just didn't want to be around the people back home. I don't know. But here, different culture, different people. I'm energized by being around the people. So just when I didn't think maybe I'd like Mayong hapon, just when I didn't think I'd like the city as much, maybe that's the reason I like it here. Just because it's totally different than the cities in the States. The interaction, the embracement of the people, it's just totally different. I appreciate that compliment, but I wouldn't say celebrity. I'm just Michael. That's what I prefer anyway. I prefer to stay humbled and grounded and be thankful every day, blessed every day, and that's why this is happening. Whatever words you want to use, but that's why I'm just humbled. Don't even say that. No, that the guards have the best looking shotguns. Yeah, they're super amazing people. They really are. Like I said, like the friendships that I've made here are off the charts. Edwin, oh man, thank Edwin. I gotta look at the camera. Hold on. Edwin, thank you very much. I appreciate you. You don't need anybody. I appreciate when you do it, but just so you guys know, I don't expect anything from any of you guys. All I want to do is inspire, motivate, keep the positive energy flow going, keep people engaged, and let them know that there's more things out there than, maybe what your situation is where you're at. So I appreciate Edwin. You're a good guy. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. Hold on, let me fix this. Joe Bang says, "What's up, boss? Michael from Detroit." Thank you, Joe Bang. Everything's great. I would say Detroit, Michigan's probably pretty cold right now, if I were to recall. Stay warm, my friend. That's exactly what I can tell you. Stay warm. But welcome from Detroit. Lib Tears says, "Anyone, what city is this?" Dumaguete, Philippines. We are in I'm going towards the ocean right now. I always point out this store. This is like the foreign import store, I would say. Like where I need something that reminds me of home and good quality, it's Belchris. That's the best place I go to here in Dumaguete. Thank you. Buku juice on me, Michael. I appreciate that. That's a lot. That $5, that's a lot of Buku juice. I'll be able to get a lot of coconut water with that. Chief, Magnus. God bless you, Chief. And there's another great guy, amazing guy that I've known all along. Chief, thank you from the bottom of my heart. You've been with me all along. So many of you guys have. And it's just, like I said, this is a humbling, blessing experience to share my walks with you guys. I want people to realize how awesome the Philippines are, how great the people of the Philippines are. This is what makes the Philippines special to me. People, over and over and over. It's the people. Mayong hapon. Scott Jones sent me the $100 super gift. Thank you, Scott. Mayong hapon. But these people, they work hard, man. They're building this building. They're working hard. Mayong hapon. Mayong hapon. Amping. And I just like making them smile and laugh. That's the best part. Yeah, I'm going back to the ocean. I got to throw that in there for you guys. Mayong hapon. All right. At some point I'll cross here. It's a little crazy. You just make your way out here. Somebody will let you cross. And then you get in. Thank you. Mayong hapon. Thank you. Never let your family or friends discourage you from visiting a country because they heard it was a bad place. See, that's it, Josh. So many people have opinions on things and they've never even been here. But then again, I get it. Sometimes there's situations where people have been here and they've had bad experiences and it just leaves us bad taste in their mouth. I get it. But we've all had bad experiences in our lives here or somewhere else. You just got to let it go and move on. Wisdom says, hi, Michael. Hello, Wisdom. Joe says, are you going to be able to watch the college championship football game? I could if I'd stay up very late to watch it. But quite honestly, I don't have much interest in it. And the only reason is because I'm a big Notre Dame fan. And I hope that doesn't create haters on me. But I'm a big Notre Dame fan. They should have been in the playoffs. That whole system, in my opinion, is not good. I don't think the top 12 best teams that were in it were the top 12. They need to stick with their criteria. So, Tulane, sorry. Who else was in there? James Madison, they shouldn't have been in there. They're not one of the top 12 best teams. But, hey, next year, Notre Dame. But who am I going to pick? It's Miami against Indiana. Indiana's the surprising team. Miami has more talent, I would say, when you look at rankings. I don't know who's going to... I guess I don't care really who wins. I'd probably think it would be neat if Indiana would win. But Notre Dame's in Indiana, so I don't... Indiana's typically a basketball school. So it is interesting that they're in it. I really don't care, quite honestly. I'm just ready for next season to start, and I hope, because I love Marcus Freeman at Notre Dame, I hope they just pummel everybody that they play, quite honestly. But we'll see what happens. All right, back to the water. You guys don't need to see me. What's Stone Cold? But oh, wait, Chief, what are you slipping for Miss Che's birthday? Chief, thank you so much. I just noticed that when I was gabbing. For Miss Che, a birthday card. Thank you, Chief. Appreciate it immensely. I don't know if Che's watching right now. Yes, Miles, I know. I talked to Brad about the Indiana. Yeah, I know you guys are rooting for Indiana. I'm glad you're still here, Miles. Philip Montgomery says, Indiana final score 41-24. Wow, really? I hope it's not a blowout. I hope it's close. I hope it has a dramatic finish, like, it comes down to somebody making a fourth down stop or somebody scoring in the last seconds. I hope it's entertaining and close. I hope it's not a blowout. I wouldn't want to see that. Making sure I'm trying to say, are you going to be, all right, that's that, Josh, never let him. Cheek says, oh my God, he's going to the ocean. Yeah, like I said, just a light little drizzle, but it's okay, it feels good. Feels good. Miami plus the points. Todd Freeman, are you on the island? Yeah, I'm in Dumaguete, Negros Oriental Island, Dumaguete, Philippines. Hilda Shaw, I'm in Logan, West Virginia. Mark says, is this Michigan? This is Dumaguete, Philippines. I would assume it's dark in Michigan right now. Yeah, Dumaguete, Philippines, about, I don't know, 83, 84 if I were to guess. Nice little breeze. If anybody hasn't given me a like yet, I'd greatly appreciate a thumbs up. More than anything, the likes really help my channel grow. So if anybody hasn't given me a thumbs up, tap the double tap the screen. I'd greatly appreciate it. I always try, my personal goal is 200 likes a live stream. If I don't make 200, that's still okay too. But we all have goals in life, and I guess one of my daily goals, and other than walking 10 miles a day, is to get 200 likes. So we'll see what happens. Mark Travis says, I got saved in 1970. I was born in 1970. April 6, 1970 is my birthday. I'm trying to go back here. Miles says, I'm getting ready to meet my siblings. Thank you so much, though, for being here, everybody. Shepherd says, the water again. Yeah. I do prefer when the sun's out. It just makes it a little more beautiful, but this is okay. I'm still warm in my shorts, in a t-shirt, not cold. I'm not complaining. Jane O. Maribel says hi, kind of going back. Edwin says, Buku juice on me, brother. And again, thank you, Edwin. Hilda Shaw says, hello from Huntington, West Virginia. Looks a little cloudy. Yeah, it is cloudy. Just a little bit of slight drizzle. Just slight. But my favorite coconut trees I get to look at every day, although they're all over the place. It's nice seeing palm trees that are actually coconut trees. Just don't be sitting under there because you could get conked in the head. All right, back to the bottom. Hold on. Cheap Pound says, everyone asking about rent. He has a video showing his home talking about the rent. Yeah, that's why I did it. It's just easier for you guys to, much better for you guys just to watch the video. It's like 10, 11 minutes long. It's a very brief, direct tour of where I live. My apartment is very small. Some might find it too expensive for how small it is, but I'm paying for more than anything, probably the amenities, location, security. Yes, it's very, hey Jason, hello. Yeah, it's quiet right now for a Friday, but I think because it's a little cloudy and it's spitting a little bit of rain. But they weren't calling for rain today, I don't think. When I looked at the weather report, it just said clouds all day. Not unheard of for a while, making a move. That's good for the Bears. Duck Dynasty says, what time is it there right now? It is let's just call it 2 p.m. 1:58, but let's call it 2 p.m. Friday afternoon, Dumaguete, Philippines. It's quiet over here, but I'll turn right here, make one last kind of little trail through the city here, because it can get I like being around more people. It can get a little boring here, even for me. But yeah, Lacey, it's basically 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Friday afternoon in Dumaguete, Philippines. Welcome, Lacey. But thank you again, Jason. I'm sorry if you commented earlier and I didn't see it. I do my best to focus on this screen. It can get a little difficult once in a while. William Mack says, peace be with you from Florida. Thank you, William. Yeah, I lived in Florida for about 2 years. Stuart, Florida, Palm City, Florida. Mayung Hapon. I lived on, the East Coast. Stuart and Palm City. I enjoy Florida. If I was still living in the States, I don't know if I'd be back in Florida or Pennsylvania. I'd prefer Florida. But if I was still living in the States, I'd still be working. That's the downside. Dang, it's 12:59 a.m. and Thursday for me, LOL. And when it's Friday for me, it'll be Saturday for you. Yeah, it is kind of crazy. Yeah, mother and father family lives in Pennsylvania, and that's how I'm 13 hours ahead of them. So like right now, it's 1 a.m. Yeah, 1 a.m. in Eastern Standard Time in the States. Yeah, happy Friday afternoon, 2 p.m. Philippines time. Have you been to the rice fields? Actually, Barbara, good morning to you. Well, good afternoon now for me. Chase province where she grew up, rice fields all over the place. Actually, there's a video that I did also when I went to of several times visiting Chase province, and there's rice fields all over the place. She took me out into the rice fields. She worked in rice fields when she was 7 years old. Imagine being 7 years old, being in rice fields for 8 to 10 hours a day in the hot sun, in a squatting position, planting and harvesting rice. And then, you know, yeah, that's a lot of work. 7 years old. That's crazy. Shepard says, I stayed at Merritt Island, Florida for 3 months in 8th grade and saw a shuttle go up while in school. Joe says, what did you do for a living in the U.S.? Long story short, where my pension's coming from, basically, I worked for FedEx, Federal Express, as a ramp agent, load master, did weight and balance. Basically, you're like a form of management. Harrisburg International Airport, that's where I worked the majority of my life. That's where I got my pension from. And yeah, I did work some other jobs after that. I did get burnt out mentally. I worked for FedEx as a ramp agent. FedEx total like almost 25 years, somewhere close to there, near that. So yeah, that job was a great job for me, and I was blessed to have that job. Put me in the situation I'm in right now. So yeah, I had, you know, work at the Army depot as well as a civilian for the government a few years in logistics. I kind of bounced around doing other things after I left FedEx. I just got tired of it. Burnout, basically. Same thing for how many years, you just mentally burnt. But thank goodness and thank God, I'm 55 years old as of April 6th, and I'm just living my life, living my dream in the Philippines and enjoying each and every day. Mayong hapon. Uh-oh, signal is weak. My apologies with the signal. Lacey says you don't look a day over 45. Well, I'd say that's a combination of genetics, my mother and father, and I haven't had a sip of alcohol in over 20-something years. I never drank a lot anyway when I was younger. I was more or less a social drinker. I don't smoke, never smoked. Exercise every day, walking, obviously. And I'm very picky about food that I eat. And I do my best to stay away from processed sugar. Coconut sugar, stuff like that's my preferential, you know, sweetener, coconut sugar, honey, raw honey, stuff like that. She says internet is not that good in the Philippines. That's the downside. The only thing is I've been lucky with doing my live streams. I've been able to, especially here in the city, my signal's usually fairly good. Doesn't get that fuzzy. Yeah, Mark, FedEx, they no longer have pensions anymore. I was fortunate to work when I did. I caught that, Mark. FedEx has a pension. They did. From what I've been told by people that are still there, when they're hired after a certain time, they kind of get away with pensions. It's basically 401k, those kind of things, were your investments, and that's it. So yeah, I was blessed and fortunate to work for FedEx when I did. I'm thankful. Hey, Navy woman, that would be Amy. Hello, Amy. How are you? Good points regarding the sugar. It's very bad for health. Yeah, that's, I mean, and again, people can do whatever they want, but do the research. You'll figure it out. But I would say there's a lot of things contributing to my health in a good way that I've eliminated. Uh, but exercise to me is the key. It's told me, Michael, it's 90% diet or not exercise, 10% diet. And I believe that to be true. Yeah, cheat guy. I don't think I'm going to get fat at all. I mean, not with the walking I do. Sometimes I need to do like a carb overload. I think once in a while, I probably don't eat enough carbs in certain situations. Amy says it's rainy here in Leyte since yesterday, nonstop till now. Yeah, this is now. It's not. I mean, you can see the sun kind of coming through now. It was spitting a little bit of rain, a little bit, but it slowed up. Mayong hapon. Mark says, I was lucky too. I retired from the big brown company with a pension. That would be UPS. That would be UPS. Yeah, that's like I said, man. It's like the situations that I was blessed with growing up and getting a job or deciding to do this job or try my thing at school and whatnot. The job thing worked out great for me. And I'm kind of thankful I did what I did and decided to do what I did because it put me in this situation right now. Yeah, there's a lot of people. Now, I don't know when that pension thing went away for people working at FedEx. I don't know what year that went into effect. But all those people, you know, it's like, yeah, I was fortunate and blessed because I get, you know, they have their 401k kind of things that they can invest in. And that's it. I mean, I have 401k plus my pension. Yeah, UPS does pay well. Miles said, yes, my husband born in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Shepard says, wow, Mark 36. Oh, wow, Mark is 36 years old, I'm assuming. Mayong hapon. Mayong hapon. UPS and FedEx merging, calling fed up. That might not be a bad idea. That might be a good company strategy someday. I don't know what the shipping world's like these days. I mean, I know people still ship stuff. You gotta ship stuff, but I don't know. I've read stories here and there about FedEx, you know, retiring certain aircraft, maybe certain locations that they had hubs at are no longer there, just because they didn't have the volume anymore compared to what it was like when I was doing it. It's cold AF here. Yeah, Chrissy, my warm heart goes out to you. Thank you for being here, Chrissy. I'm sure Michigan, someone else was here from Detroit, and the first thing that comes to my mind is like ice cubes. Not that an ice cube in a drink, you know, cold drink isn't bad for me here, but yeah, I don't miss the cold stuff. Definitely a warm weather guy, and that's a big thing out here in the Philippines. You have to be willing to take the heat or get out the kitchen, I guess, if you can't take the heat. I don't mind sweating. I'd rather sweat than freeze. I can fix it when I'm sweating. Drew says, watching from Michigan. Awesome. Welcome, Drew. DJ something says in Brazil. Welcome from Brazil. Thank you for being here. Dejair, maybe? Dejair. Outdoor adventures with Ron says 20 degrees here right now. Where are you at, outdoors? I mean, obviously 20 degrees, you're somewhere very cold. Uh-oh, Miles said things are getting blurred. Gregory says, hello from Cincinnati, Ohio. You're a neighbor of mine then. I'm from Pennsylvania, but I'm in Dumaguete, Philippines. Welcome, Gregory Robinson. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, Dumaguete, Philippines. On my daily walk throughout the city of Dumaguete. Oh, so outdoor, you're from Ohio. Yep, a lot of people from Ohio. Welcome from Ohio. I'm born and raised in Pennsylvania. Altoona, Pennsylvania, that is. Living abroad here in Dumaguete, Philippines. I know you can't see much through here because it's a park. Michigan folks crying over 18 degrees. Come on, this is nice for us Midwesterners. Bees popping, hey, bees popping. Thank you for being here, my friend. I was thinking about you. I was like, I haven't seen bees popping yet, but I understand. People have lives, other things to do. Mark says looks crowded. Here, actually, this is not, I mean, the streets may be a little busy and crowded. But for 2 in the afternoon, it's not too bad. 5 o'clock, the rush hour time, yeah, it gets a little crazy. That's a very old church. I think someone said that St. Catherine of Alexandria was built in like 1700s. Two near rock says, how many miles a day do you walk? 10 miles. I walk 10 miles a day. Now, I don't do it all during my live stream. Once my live stream ends, I finish whatever, but I track my miles as well. Whatever I've left, I put it in fast walk mode and take care of it down at the boulevard or whatnot. But yeah, 10 miles a day. I've been doing that for a long time. Shepard says it's 25 degrees at midnight in Bama. Blah. Bees popping, my bro. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, just been to the doctors. Well, I hope you're all right, bees popping. When you're talking about doctors, I hope it's just a basic standard checkup or something like that. Cheat Guy says that's pretty cold. I thought the South don't get that cold. Yeah, they must have some cold front pushing in there. Duck Dynasty says it's 16 degrees for me right now. Where are you at, Duck Dynasty? I'm sorry if you already said earlier, but it's hard for me to juggle. Edwin says, Michael, my Australian cattle dog walks me every day. Yeah, I'm sure that's when a dog comes in handy. All right, you're in Kentucky. So yeah, you're kind of like in the middle, not too far north, not too far south, but you get cold too on the river. Oh yeah, Beast Poppin says, a big happy birthday to Che, my kuya. Thank you so much. If you come to Japan and like it, will you consider living here? I guess anything's possible. I would never rule that out. Like I said, Japan's #1 on my list. And you look familiar. I'm not going to try and pronounce that, but I appreciate you being here. Jammer Rule says hello. Game over. Beast popping. Cheat Guy. Every January, March cold on. Can be 25 a.m. 45. I'm from Kentucky, but currently in Ohio. All right, there you go. I don't know if anybody wants me to go anywhere else, or I might just wrap up my live, because I usually like to go like an hour and a half to 2 hours, and I'm at like 104 minutes. Chance of snow here in South Carolina. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I love Myrtle Beach. Went there a lot as a kid. But yes, getting snow. To me, that just sounds wild anymore because I don't see snow anymore. Duck Dynasty, do you know Hinkle Construction? Miles with the heart emojis. Well, guys, I think I'm going to end this live stream. I've been on here about 105 minutes. Time for me to go get some water, maybe a little bit of coffee. I don't like to drink coffee too late because then it disrupts my sleep. Are you going out to celebrate? Yeah, definitely. We have reservations at 5:30 to eat dinner at our favorite restaurant here in Dumaguete, which is called Astoria. It was snowing here where I am at, Duck Dynasty says. Beast Papa says, love you, bro. Love you too, man. I hope everything's all right. I don't like to pry into your personal business, but when I hear people say going to the doctors or something like that, I hope everything's good. Mark, you have a great day too. Cheat Guy says, Chicago Guy says, take care, Michael, and drink some buka. Yeah, definitely. Shepard says, good seeing your walk, Michael. You all have a great celebration tonight. Thank you. Miles, take care of my sister. I'm your brother, you're my sister now. Brother from another, sister from another, right? Bye for now, Miles. All you guys, Jeff Johnson, hey. I don't know if you've been here or you just got here. Chief says, have a blessed day. Edwin says, Miles, see you. Yeah, that's my sister. Miles is my Philippine sister. DJ says, enjoy the rest of your day. But anyway, bye. Filipino Moment says, bye for now. Hey, let me, Filipino Moments, I know you guys. I gotta make you blue. William Max says, be safe and God bless you. God bless you. Miles, nice to meet you. Edwin. All right, with that being said, thank you, each and every one of you. Men, women, guys, girls, everybody, no matter where you're at, have a good night, good morning, good evening. Thank you so much for walking with me once again. My walks are extra special having you guys with me. So thank you for everything. I'm humbled each and every day. I enjoy sharing my happiness here in the Philippines because, like I said, it begins with the people and it ends with the people. So I'll see you guys next time. Henry, Broussard, see you again. All you guys. Barbara, God bless you. Miss you guys always. Love you. Thanks. See you again. Have a great day, Jeff.